Yo. Hello. Hello. Am I on? Am I working? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Hello. What's going on? Can you hear me? Hopefully. Sorry, guys. I'm about 45 seconds behind. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. What's going on, y'all? Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? What's up? What's up? Oh, we ain't spent the hat yet. Oh, don't fall. What is going on? Happy Sunday. This is different. This is gonna be a different episode, man. I talk about episodes. I talk about politics. I usually don't, but everything is kind of politics, right? Y'all see what's going on, in the news and everything. What's going on, and it's just wild. Like history. You know what I'm saying? History happened yesterday. There's a lot of things that have been going on that we are living through today. I got somebody that is gonna be joining in with us. Let me make sure that I do want to make sure that we are public on one other platform. Hold on, real quick. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes. What? No. Oh, what? Oh my God. I gotta change something. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah. All right. My apologies. My apologies. Y'all, we are here. What's going on? Happy Sunday to you again. All right, it's official. Um, man, former President Donald Trump. Yesterday, like that is insane. One thing that was weird to me was that I was working yesterday, and I'm really starting to believe this YouTube stuff is crazy. Nothing ever came across my YouTube in my search, my videos, nothing in my shorts, nothing came about former president almost being assassinated. Like nothing, nothing came across. And then I don't even remember. I think somebody called me, or I think one of my cousins called me or something, and they said, "Oh, did you see the news?" I'm like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "You're kidding." And then I started looking, and sure enough, right? But yeah, man. Oh, where's my partner at? He said he was. You know what? Let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to hit him up and see if he's ready to join us. Hold on, guys. What I'm doing is posting. I'm posting a link in the comment section. He should. The host should be able to join us, y'all. Let me make sure. Let me try to call him real quick. Oh, where's my little setup? Let me call him. He might be on the job. Everybody's always working. Everybody's always working, man. But we're getting ready to call him. See if he could come in on the show. He said he was gonna be there. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out right now. Get his thoughts. All that stuff. Oh man, he might be on the job. He might be on a job. Your call has been forwarded. But that's okay though. So things that I do want to talk about. So things I want to talk about that are very interesting that people don't think about. Yes. Thankful that former President Donald Trump is alive. That is awesome. Oh dang, he's calling back. Yo.
What's up, dog?
Hey, what's good? Hey, you wanna hop on the live?
Yeah, what time?
You can hop on right now, man.
Alright, I'm
I got
on.
the link in the chat.
Alright.
All right, man. Yeah, it's always 6 my time. All right, all right, just call in.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So yes, again, guys, sorry about that. He was supposed to be here. It's all good. Um, Black people ain't never on time, man. It's terrible. So one thing that I am going to talk about is yes, the president. I mean, former president. Sorry, former president is still alive. But did you guys have always been watching these movies like White House Down, these presidential movies and everything when stuff happens and the president and they got to run different directions and the Secret Service and all that. We literally just witnessed that yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times is the president out on a motorcade? He's walking around and this, and nothing ever happens, right? Perfect example. I went to a parade, the 4th of July parade in D.C. last couple weeks ago, and you can look on the roofs everywhere in D.C. and there are literally snipers. They're ready. You can see them all day. They got their binoculars on and they're just looking around. But people don't expect things to happen, right? People like you and me are just going about our routine, walking around and stuff, and then gunshots. You know what I'm saying? And it's the difference between after 4th of July and then now. All right, so we got our partner here, Darion. What's good? What's good, man?
What's up, Doug? How's it going?
Oh, nothing much, man. Nothing much. I was just talking to the people about some of the things that we don't think about is um, obviously what happened Saturday. Um, we're talking about the law enforcement, um, the Secret Service. How fast they're responding. And just the fact that people can't have their political views without trying to take someone's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I definitely think that we live in some pretty crazy times. I think that we need to respect each other's opinion. I don't understand why you would get upset about what somebody else is thinking or how they feel. It's kind of like, man, mind your own business. And if you don't like it, just move on with your life. I don't think you need to hurt or try to kill somebody just because you don't like what they're saying. You know?
Yeah. Dang, Darion, you're coming in like Optimus Prime, man. You might have to call back in on a link. Um, I get a lot of robot action, man. I'm sorry. Try to call back.
Oh, oh no, no problem. Dang it.
Yeah, yeah. Try to call back, man.
All right,
Um,
no problem.
all right. I don't even know how to hang up. Um, so I'll wait. We'll wait for him to call back in. But again, we saw a lot of people yesterday actually going to work. It was 70 years. What is it? 70 about 70 years since the whole John F. Kennedy assassination, right? No one's attempted something like this in 70 years. Even Obama, you know what I mean? Like, we know what it is, right? But, even Obama with, being the first black president, faced a lot of adversity. But, I mean, for someone to actually carry out the act, you're asking for a death sentence, man. And I just would love to shout out. I just want to shout out our military, man, law enforcement, Secret Service, all of that, man. They did an outstanding job yesterday. Um, as you see, they just like the movies, they huddled and covered them up, man. They got out of there, they did the 1, 2, 3 count and all that stuff. Everything we see on the movies, we literally witnessed that on live TV, man. Like that. That's rare. That was live TV. Um, I don't think people are really understanding what we saw. It's not going to be till years later on down the road that we really figured out what we just saw. And another point that I'd like to bring up is even right now, I'm doing a live on the camera. photographers, and media. Did you guys see the cameraman out there? Like all this, there's a live shooting, and the cameraman was there. All right, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you sound way better. Good deal, man.
Very cool.
All right. Yeah, what was your point, man?
I think we were just talking about people's opinions, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of think you're a loser if you care about what somebody else thinks or is saying.
yeah.
I think that you should just respect other people's opinion and just kind of move on with your life. I don't understand why that would be an issue.
Yeah, man. I don't know what happened, man. Like I've got a guy that I work with every day, and he swings the other way, and we're never at each other's throat, screaming matches or none of that stuff. We just have different views, and we can sit there and
Yep.
talk about that, stuff that he doesn't like, stuff that I don't like, but we have, as this country, um, I don't know where we went wrong, where we came to a point where it's like, okay, well, because you swing this way, I want to make sure that if you catch on fire, that I don't want to pour any water on you. You know, what I mean? Like what? Wait, where did this happen? You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And people should be able to have different views and everything, but where do you? I'm so invested in this. Where do you what do you think, what type of news is going to come out, you think, like how this guy got in this position? Some people are thinking that it was staged and people are in on it. Everybody's going to have their conspiracy about it, but like how do you think that this guy was able to get in a position, in a firing position?
Um, I don't know. It could have been a lot of reasons. Maybe an inside job. Um, maybe got complacent, the
Yeah.
Secret Service or whatnot. Maybe just some people wanted that to happen, and it's just, I mean, pure evil.
Hmm.
Um, that's what happens when you don't have Jesus in your life. So I think that, um, yeah, hopefully,
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
good point, man. A lot of people, oh man, I think some people won't like this, but a lot of people talk about gun control. Gun control. We need gun control. We need gun control, right? Man,
whatever that
it's
even means.
yeah, man. It has nothing to. It's not the guns. You know what I mean? How can these other countries in the world
Yeah,
can have weddings and ceremonies and stuff? Everybody's got they've got fully automatic weapons. At weddings, shooting in the air and everything, and people aren't dying. Right? It has nothing to do with the weapons. It is the pure fact that we do not teach love. We don't teach love anymore. You know what I'm saying? We don't teach love, and people do not value life. It has nothing to do with gun control. People aren't valuing life, and they're not valuing love, and it just needs to be taught. It needs to be taught that human life is worth living, it's worth protecting, and I think that's a big part of where America misses the mark on when they want to talk about gun control and all that. What's your stance? I'm just curious. What's your stance on gun control? What's your stance
I
on gun
think that
control?
you should be able to have any gun. I
Yeah,
think that you need to have any gun or have what any gun, any type of gun that you want.
yeah,
I don't think the government should be able to limit you on how much you should have, how many rounds you should have. I mean, obviously, I think that you need to, not be constant criminal, right? But
yeah.
I think that you should be able to have whatever gun you want as long as you're, doing it the right way and obviously not shooting up nobody. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Because who's supposed to have the guns? The government? The heck?
Yeah. So we got a guy who's making a comment. Streamer Shorts, he says, negligence. Secret Service goes weeks out in advance and canvass all positions that this would happen and still happens. Um, you know what? I don't know, man. Like, I believe, man. I don't know, man. It's just hard to say negligence. At least for me, it's hard to say negligence, and I think that I do believe that one of the problems, and not necessarily a problem, but the fact that just imagine having to do a job where nothing happens 99% of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's like it's not like you're.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's not
kind
like
of
you're.
alluding to.
Yeah, it's not like if you're a police officer. There's a lot of people are always gonna, rob banks and petty theft and uh, speeding. It's all kind of stuff. But when you're in something like a higher level, like a Secret Service or even a SWAT team, you're just training, and you're just training, right? And I believe that those people take their job serious. I definitely believe that. But the something actually happened, and I mean, I don't know the response time that they reacted, but I think they responded pretty quick. I don't know the rules of how fast they're supposed to respond and everything, but man, people train years for this stuff, and things happen within a matter of seconds, and I think they did a good job at responding, man.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
They're
Yeah.
oh he said they're snipers. Their snipers are there for a reason. As you said before, at the parade in DC, the snipers are everywhere, but yet allow this to slip up makes no sense. Um, man, I think we're okay. This is the way that I'm looking at it. Man, I wish I could post this picture. I have a picture of the parade, and I want you to try to put yourself in the shoes, right? So
Mhm.
I do. There is something that I do agree with what Streamer Shorts is saying. So I would see a difference between a guy in a crowd with thousands of people
Mhm.
versus a guy on a rooftop. You know what I mean? It's like you just think about all the technology. Like, man, did they have a drone flying in the air? Did they have guys with binoculars looking? They have helicopters. Nobody saw a single guy on a white roof. You know what I mean? Versus someone in a crowd. So Streamer Shorts, I do agree with you if you want to go that route. But for me, I like to look at all sides, and so I put myself laying on top of a roof in binoculars with the sun and everything, and I get it. And I'm just trying to look at thousands of people, and we don't know how long, and I know that's their job. Their job is to look at thousands of people all day, and I do want to know, and I want to ask you this too, Darion. Do you think that there is a difference between? Do you think there's a difference between a Secret Service protecting a former president versus an acting president?
Difference. Hmm. I mean, I would. I'm not sure if I can, say a lot of information about that. But I don't know. I want to say maybe. I guess if
Yeah.
you're active, it's going to be more awareness because he's the active president. But like as far as like the one that's not there, I mean the one that's not in power at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe they might be a little bit more lenient and not like take it so seriously. But I don't know. Probably a million reasons.
Dang,
Yeah.
man. Because one thing that I brought up. I mean, one thing my cousin brought up that was interesting was he said that when the Secret Service agents are in control of in a situation happens like that, they're not supposed to do anything but secure the president and rush him into the vehicle. And if you look on the tape, you can hear him. You can hear Trump say, "Let me get my shoes on."
Oh,
Where's my shoe? And
he's about to have
he's
me
on
walk
stage.
out here. A hobo.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And he's on stage for a while, and then again, like you said, um, I don't know if people don't know, but Trump is a huge guy. He's like 6'2" or something like that. He's a big guy,
Yeah. He's not a small
and
person. Yeah.
yeah, and if you look, you can still see his head above all the agents, right? But
Oh yeah. Yeah. He got some
yeah,
nice size on him.
Yeah, dude. He's got some. He's definitely got some size. But dang, I lost my train. I got derailed real fast on that one. But oh yeah. We were talking about the difference. They let him. I guess they still let him do his thing and put the fist bump up, and they eventually got him to the car. But I do believe personally, if he was the acting president, I don't believe that it would have went that way. I think
Right,
that they
something
would
like
have.
that.
Nah, man. I think they would have rushed him out, man. They would have rushed him. I don't even think we would have we wouldn't have been able to see his face. I believe if he was an acting president.
Well, he's an OG, so um, I mean, basically they made him into like a straight up gangster, and everybody knows it. I mean, you tried to take money from the guy, you tried to jail him, and now you're trying to
Yeah,
kill him, and
that's
you keep on losing. It's like wow, like you can't deny like the hand of God being on him, and it's like plain and obvious where everybody can see. You know, we can all see that. Like, there's no denying that because if the bullet would have went an inch to the right more, like dang, that would have been the end of it. But obviously that didn't happen. So um, yeah, he's just meant to be here. I think he's meant to be the next president for sure again. And
yeah,
yeah, I think that's what God wants, and it's plain and clear to see.
yeah, man. He says he said yes, he had way less agents than they had, and the response wasn't even that fast. Man, I really wish my cousin would get on, man. He's a LAPD cop, and he said the same thing, streamer source, that you said. My cousin's trained. He's trained on weapons and stuff, and he was saying that it wasn't fast either. Man, I'm gonna call him and see if
Hmm.
let me see. I want to see if he's available, man. I want to hear a cop's. I am trying to hear a cop's view on this, man. Let me just call him. He's probably still at work, man. It's Sunday. They're always working on Sundays.
Yo,
Yeah, you at work?
yeah, I'm on my way home right now.
Hey, man, you can't. Man, I want you to call in, dude. I want to ask you a few questions. You got you actually on your bike right now?
Yeah, I'm on my motorcycle right now, going down Flower,
All right, let me.
downtown DTLA.
All right,
So,
hold on. Let me see if I can. I'll just try to see if hopefully they can hear you real quick. Dang, I'm gonna try to do this because I can't hear. Hey, so
Okay.
I had a couple of people say that. The response wasn't that fast, man. What do you think?
As far as man, it could have been faster. Everything can work better when you Monday morning quarterback everything. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
in the sense of like live time.
Yeah,
Live time things move different than when you look back at it on TV. That's why you go back, like when you play sports, you go back and watch film and see what you did wrong and see how you can make it better.
wow, that's interesting. Hey, Darion, hold on. I'm gonna put you on mute real quick. So, all right. That's funny that you say that. The first, I hate to even say this. The first thing I think about is Marshawn Lynch, man. Like everybody
Right?
says, like, dang, I would have did this, I would have did that, man. Like, what do you think was what do you think where was the ball? Do you think that a ball was dropped with regards to the snipers and the versus the gunmen or anything?
Yeah, probably. Well, according to that one wit, if he was trying to alert them to the actual sniper.
Yeah.
So if no one took him serious, then that was a ball dropped right there.
Yeah.
And the second thing is that if there was a secondary attacker, or like that was just a big distraction for something else to happen, because usually where there's one gun, there's two. They didn't get them out of there fast enough. You know what I mean? Like they didn't do things fast enough.
Yeah.
So that right there could have made it even worse. Like I saw him from the video, I saw somebody like holding their hand above his head, but that's dumb. A rifle round from that distance is gonna go straight through your hand. You're not gonna deflect. You're not gonna deflect the trajectory of it or anything. Not a rifle round. So your biggest thing should have been like, hey, get the package out of there.
Wow. Get the package out of there. Dang.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting, man. So how do you think that this guy was able? Hey, was it 400 feet or 400 yards? He was.
Nah, they said that wasn't 400. Was it 400 yards or 400 feet? Wow. They said it was only like 120 yards, which is like a football field from end zone to end zone.
Yeah.
From the corner of the end zone to the other corner of the end zone is 120 yards.
Okay. Wow. All right. So go ahead.
A slug from a shotgun could travel that with accuracy. So imagine a rifle round, like a 223 or a 5.56 round. That's a lot of velocity.
Wow. A shotgun can go that far?
A slug, yep. A slug is like a big marble.
Oh my God.
So shooting a big marble, they can go like slug rounds can go. They travel and they go through stuff.
Oh man. Okay. So how do you think somebody was able to get that close with that type of weapon? It's not like it was a handgun.
Because even though and this is all my opinion, it's the former president, right?
Yeah.
And you got Secret Service, but I don't think you got the A-team. You know what I mean? So like nothing has happened like this since 81, right?
Yes, JFK.
So nothing has happened like this since 81. So
before then, what happened in 81?
81 is when they tried to get Reagan.
Oh, dang.
So since nothing like that has happened in the past 43 years, people are kind of lax when it comes to, whatever is going on as far as like situational awareness and things of that nature.
Interesting.
It gets loud. I'm on the freeway.
All right.
I just closed my helmet.
Wow. So you think so it sounds like a few rules might be changed.
You say the rules are going to change? Yeah, definitely. Anytime something happens, dude, they make policy, anything. Like from you working at a plant.
Yep.
As soon as somebody get injured because of something that they did or whatever, what happens? Policy comes out. There's going to be some policy made because of it. They're going to be like, hey,
every rule,
every threat, every person, everything needs to be taken seriously. You take it at face value. They say, hey, I see somebody over there. At least go check it out. That's the bare minimum. You can go check it out.
Yeah. And you know what? Every rule is written in blood, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
From start to beginning in every profession.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever had to be a part of the motorcade? Like when they come to LA?
Yeah.
What's
Not
that?
really the motorcade. All we do is the chippies do that. All we do is we just hold the street, like we'll block the streets. We block the streets and then the motorcade comes through. The motorcade don't travel no lower than like 40 miles an hour.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. All right, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to catch you one of these days, man. When you ain't on your bike, man. Make it home, right?
Anytime, brother. Appreciate you. I'll holler at you, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, D, can you hear me, man?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, man. Yeah, so a little bit of a professional, opinion from a real officer, right? I would let me see what he said. He says, I would say this event must have been a low threat event versus going to a blue state. Still have to be on guard. Hey, but you know what's crazy? I don't understand how Pennsylvania is, but I can tell you this. I have been to Pittsburgh multiple times. Pittsburgh is definitely liberal. And I think that rally was pretty close, maybe about an hour or so, if not less. I know it was in a country, but I don't know the whole Pennsylvania state as a whole if it's red or blue. That I'm not sure of. Maybe somebody will. Oh yeah, and then they said the kid was Republican. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're gonna try to frame that some type of way.
Yeah. Well, they say that he was registered. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means, registered as Republican, but that's what they did say. They did say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That stuff don't be making sense. I know. It's this one show called The View, and
Oh
then they
my
got like a
God.
host. They got a host named Anna something. It's a
Yeah.
Hispanic lady,
Yeah.
and she says she's a Republican, but all she says is like Democratic liberal views. So anybody can say that. It don't even make any sense.
Yeah, man. It is wild, man. Oh, you guys, what are you doing? You at the park right now, or was?
We were at the park. Just leaving. Yeah, we're leaving now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I remember you guys were telling me earlier. Where's he's supposed to go to? Was Minnesota or Wisconsin next? Uh-oh. There you go. Where's he going next? Is it Minnesota or Wisconsin? Can you guys hear me?
Hopefully
Uh-oh.
come.
I think I lost you.
Yeah.
You guys are doing the Optimus Prime on me. Yeah, you guys are ruining the show. Sorry. But man, like I think the president is supposed to be going to it's Wisconsin. He's gonna be going to Wisconsin. You know, to make light of it, to make light of this situation. This is wild. Do you guys realize all these streams and how fast the internet travels and news and stuff like that? If this was back when I was like, let me see, I'm 35, right? If this was back in like 2000, the early 2000s, 2003, we would be going to work tomorrow, Monday morning, front page paper. That would be our meme, right? The front page on the paper, that was our Twitter. The newspaper, all of that stuff, the LA Times, the New York Times. It'd be on the newspaper stands everywhere. This would be on the front page. Now this stuff is traveling within an hour across the world. 50 Cent's 50 Cent's Mini Men video has gotten so many views and comments. If I listen, guys, I am just trying to make light of the situation. Trump is alive. I'm very thankful for that. He did not die. I'm thankful. So it's a lot better to make light of the situation now. But geez, man, if you YouTube Mini Men, 50 Cent, and for anybody that lives under a rock, maybe you guys never know. Some people live under a rock. If you guys do not know, 50 Cent is a rap artist. Okay, he came out with a song called Many Men, where he talked about getting shot 9 times. If you go to the YouTube video of his song Many Men, all the comments are talking about Trump. I saw somebody, look, this is crazy. I saw one comment, I'm gonna look at the comments right now. So one thing I also did do is I screenshotted the views on that video and the comments. This is, wow, already, that's crazy. Already 1 million people have watched this video within the last few hours. That's crazy. 100,000 comments. Trump right now. Donald Trump gonna walk out to this at his next rally. You know exactly why you're here. Real 50 fans are here, but the real 45 fans are here too. Dang. This is America's anthem after yesterday. Who else is here after the attempted on Donald Trump? Who's here after Trump survived that button? Oh my God, he said that button. This is crazy. We all know why we're here at 20. Let me get my shoes. 45 catching charges, getting paid from mug shots, got bullet wounds, and he's sweating over his kicks. Gangsta. Oh, man, yo. Donald Trump didn't want to leave his Louis Vuitton loafers, man, on the stage. That's crazy. 50 gonna have the most downloaded song of the week. And this is true. I think, hey, you know what's crazy? Two things, I can see two things coming from this as well in the music world. This whole thing that happened yesterday might have, I'm not going to say it ended, but one, it could have slowed down Kendrick Lamar's, excuse me, it could have slowed down Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us and then added to it Not Like Us. And then now you've got many men streaming. And then people who live under a rock who have no idea what a 50 Cent is or who 50 Cent is or what many men means. The internet is still undefeated. They are going crazy. What are they? The cut and paste of Donald Trump's face over 50 Cent's body. Oh, man, dude. The internet is... Twitter is an amazing platform. Hey, shout out to Twitter, man. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm ruining the show. Yo, Twitter is undefeated, man. I mean, dude, it's crazy. Twitter is crazy, man. I just can't believe what these people are doing with this man. Almost lost his life. And he just imagine, man, his numbers right now are probably insane, man. Insane, dude. And you know what? I think I did see something where I think Biden did kind of apologize or, you know, was talking about, you know, the nonsense and everything. Those comments. Yo, those comments, dude, this is live. Like, look, I screenshotted this. So actually I have two screenshots. I'll screenshot this right now. This is live. I want to show you that I really did this. So I took a screenshot at let me see, 65432. I took a screenshot 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago, the video had 538 million views. And now the video's at 539 million. You mean, dude, 1 million people, 1 million American people have watched the Mini Man video within the past 5 hours. 1 million people. Hey, and then look. Then you go on, you know who else has got comments? 50 Cent on his Instagram page. Yo, if you go on Instagram and go to 50 Cent's latest post, it has nothing to do with Trump. There is absolutely nothing on 50 Cent's Instagram about Trump. Yes, nothing. All of his comments. Damn, they made you remove Trump. Oh, dang. So I guess something happened. Why you delete the Trump post? Bro, deleting the Trump post. Why you remove the Trump post? Bring back the Trump post. Where are the Trump posts? Oh, my God. Everybody's talking about Trump. Everybody's talking about Trump on 50 Cent's page. The internet is so undefeated. I love how so many of us are here for the same reason. Yo, the comments on the Mini Men video are crazy right now. Trump out here with more street cred than most rappers. Yo, this is crazy. I think the funniest one, man, dude, I'm coughing. I think the funniest one, I don't know what it was. Yo, can you imagine? I want you to take race out of it, okay? Take race out of everything. Can you imagine getting shot? What does it sound like? What type of personality of a person does it sound like? You just got shot in the head and you need to get to safety. But instead of getting a safety, you looking for your shoes. Take race out of that. What type of person is that, man? You know, I want you to listen to what I'm saying. You just got shot in the head and grazed in the ear. You're not worried about no Band-Aids. You ain't worried about nothing but your shoes. Do that not sound like somebody black? I'm just saying, man. You was not, he said you ain't about to rush me off the dog. I wear my shoes at. That's all the man cared about was his shoes, man. Like drugs. Man, listen, dude. I don't think y'all understand, man. The man, they say he's got more street credit. Trump's got more street cred than real rappers right now. This song got a chart on the Billboard 100 again after this week. That's crazy. Officially bulletproof. You know who I'm talking about. 50 Cent posted about this one on X. He knows the vibe. This video is now a Trump presidential campaign ad. Oh my God, that's crazy. His convention right now, or wherever he has to do in Wisconsin, he's gonna be. Somebody say he's gonna be like the Michael Jackson. He's just gonna get on stage and he's gonna stand there, and the crowd's gonna go nuts. The crowd's gonna go nuts. They're gonna clap and do everything because he's standing right there. He's gonna have a Band-Aid on. He's gonna be bandaged up. And again, guys, please, I am very thankful that a man did not get murdered, for sure. We are very thankful of that. That's why we can make fun of the situation now. All right. But dude, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know what's gonna happen in November. You know, guys, maybe we could kind of think, but man, what do y'all think, man? Like, listen, I don't know where you guys are watching from, but I got the link. I got the link in the chat, and you can get on here, and I want to see what you guys' thoughts are, man. Like, the link is in the chat. You don't have to bring your face on here. You can hit the link in the chat, and then you could just be on the phone if you want to. You ain't got to show your pretty face, ugly face, whatever. I don't know if I got some women on here. I'd love to get some different opinions, man. See what you guys think. And even the title, man. How have we came to a point in this country where we can't even have an argument? You know what I'm saying? We can't show our differences. We can't have an argument. You know, I can't sit here and just say like, oh, I don't agree with you. You hungry? I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? But to just simply hate you because you go this way, or, you know, I don't like this guy because he likes hot dogs. I don't like this guy because he likes edible hot dogs or the other hot dogs, right? I'm making a joke. But just the fact that as humans we can't get along, just for some views, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, no one needs to be killed like this. The only people that need to be killed are chomos, right? If you don't agree with that, you can get off my channel right now. I don't care. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that, guys. But still, nobody needs to be killed for anything of that nature, just for their political views or whatever. And I'm not gonna say I hate the fact that, you know, the Secret Service had to murder this guy, but this is one thing we'll just never know. We will never know until, you know, the FBI gets their whole investigation. But even still, we will never know the motive. If the shooter had, we can't say alleged because we know he's a shooter, right? He's dead. We don't know if the guy has a letter in his apartment, at his mom's house, wherever, at work, in his car. We don't know anything about anything. But these are things that, you know, obviously the public, we are just curious to know about. One thing that I do want to talk about, you guys, the most important thing. These are the people, like me, myself. We are the unsung heroes. I'm going to give you a hint. I'm doing this live from what? A camera. It's right there, guys. I'm doing the live from a camera. If you guys don't know, yes, I do the YouTube thing, but I am a photographer. We, okay, me, and all the other photographers in the world. We are the unsung heroes of everything. Point blank. The unsung heroes. We never get any credit for nothing. Never. I want to talk to you guys personally from my point of view. Could you imagine, right? I want you to look, you guys, I want you to watch the video again. The shooting is going on. You see a photographer. He's running across stage. Like, we get in that zone, man. Like, that's what's important, is the moment. You know, when you're a photographer, nothing else matters. It's the moment. You're a photographer, videographer, nothing else matters. It's the moment. You have to do your job. You have to capture this. This is history. Whatever's going down, you gotta capture it. They get credit when they see those stories. Yeah, that's it. But nobody. What is wrong with me? Why the hell am I coughing? Yo, but even when they see the stories, nobody's thinking of that. There's so much stuff I could talk about right now, even from basketball. The whole WNBA thing. Remember when the girls were playing in college? And I think, I don't know the girl's name. Remember she was pointing at her hand like, you know, doing that? That's a picture. No one talks about that. And the even the old picture with one of my favorite pictures of Dennis Rodman, and he's laid out grabbing the ball. You know what I'm saying? He's fully horizontal. No one knows who took that picture. Even a picture of Michael Jordan. The logo, and nobody thinks about that. Now I want to explain something to y'all that's hanging with me right now. Could you imagine, as a photographer, you have your camera. Guys, I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Think about America. Whatever your political views are, even your country, whatever you guys are from, I want you to think about what I'm saying. The photographer has a picture of a former United States president bleeding from a gunshot wound with his fist in the air, running for president with the American flag in the background. That guy ain't got to take another picture for the rest of his life. Ever. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying, because I don't know if you guys are photographers or not. That's a once in a lifetime. There's two pictures in this whole thing that happened yesterday that I saw. The first picture is the one with Donald Trump holding his fist up with the American flag in the background with the blood on his face. And then there's another photographer, and I'm matched who it is. You can see the guy, he's got a bucket hat on, and he runs across the stage. And he's taking a picture of Donald Trump on the ground. There's a picture, it's in focus and everything. You guys don't understand how hard that is. I've never even been in I have. I've taken video in fights and stuff, but yeah, who cares about that? But there's a picture of a guy's legs, and Donald Trump's face is fully in focus, like right here, y'all. The guy's face, Donald Trump's face, is fully in focus from that picture. Like, I don't know if you guys know how TMZ works or anything, but I'll give you guys an example of the power of media, right? Let's say if, I don't know, I'm going to try to not to be vulgar with it, unfortunately. Let's say Kanye West, right? We all know Kanye West his name just, boom, just whatever, right? Let's say Kanye West is walking by outside, and I've got my camera, and he falls on the back of a pickup truck, right? Foop, 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 and I take a picture of it. I can literally call TMZ and say, hey, I got a picture of Kanye West falling outside right now. I want $20,000 for it or whatever, and send it. These two photographers took pictures that are priceless. They can't even sell the picture, because when you do things like that in the heat of a moment in American history, you don't have time to bargain. You can't do anything. All you can do is just post a picture on your page. Yep, everyone's gonna steal the picture. But like this picture, that is American history, man. And this has nothing to do with my political views, your political views. I want you guys to listen to what I'm saying. This guy has a picture of a former president running for president again, bleeding, with his fist in the air with the American flag. I would never, Do you know how much I would charge to take pictures after that? This guy is gonna get all kind of awards and stuff for his photography. Like, I don't know if you guys know that. Yes, there's photographer of the year, all that. This guy just got it right now. Like, that was insane. This guy's probably, man, and no one's gonna know his name. All everybody's gonna see is the picture. The picture's gonna be floating everywhere. It's gonna be on T-shirts. It's gonna be on cars, bumper stickers, memes. It's everywhere. No one thinks about it. That guy wins the presidential race. Yeah. Can you imagine, like, who's gonna compete with that, man? I mean, it's still technically a race. You know what I mean? We're gonna have the Democratic Party and all that. How do you run against that? How do you run against this man? Like, this is insane. All the crime and the felonies that they're trying to attack him with and his stuff and his life. His life was in jeopardy. And let's talk about that, guys. Take politics out of it. Take politics out of it. This guy he's a father. You know what I'm saying? He is a father. Take the politics and the money away from it. Yes, he has $1 gazillion, but he is still a father. You know what I'm saying? Like, his wife saw that on TV. His kids are gonna see that everywhere. They might have been watching it live. Yo, could you imagine watching your dad on live TV and you just see him fall and you think that your dad just got murdered on TV? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get back to reality and put the human aspect into this. You know what I'm saying? Like, his kids possibly could have saw their father murdered on TV. You know, like, that is insane, man. And you know what? I know this is a little off topic, maybe not off topic. I cannot remember the name of the movie. And it's crazy to think it's an older thriller. And there was this kid, his dad was murdered on live TV. And what happened? His dad was murdered on TV, and he was using the internet to kill people by the amount of views that people watch. I don't remember that movie. That movie is so old, but it's freaky because it was real. And so basically he hooked up the person to a device, right? So, like, I remember in one scene, there was a bunch of lights. The guy was surrounded by these heat lamps, right? And the more people that tuned in on live, the hotter the lamps got. And all people had to do was stop watching, and the guy would live. But people kept watching, and so the lights kept getting hotter and hotter and stuff. That's a crazy thriller that I remember. But man, if you just add the human aspect to it, man, nobody should be murdered or have to worry about their life for political views, man. And I don't know where our country is gonna have to get to in order to get back to peace and love. I don't know if, you know, I don't know, man. Me personally, I believe that we need to start teaching about human life. It has nothing to do with gun control. I don't care what anybody's talking about, the guns. Nobody should have a gun, and that's stupid. That's crazy. We need weapons, for sure. If you're an American, you should be able to own however many weapons, whatever type of weapon, full auto, whatever. That's what I believe. All right? And again, if you don't believe that, you shouldn't want to hurt Dave just because I believe that you should be able to have a full auto. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything wrong with that. But I do see something wrong with you not teaching your kids the value of life. I do see something wrong with you not telling your loved ones that, hey, if you have a problem with someone, get out there, talk to them about it. And then if y'all go any further, handle your business. Y'all remember that on Friday? Use these. Fight like a man. Y'all want to quick and go pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. For nothing. Throw away your life for a bunch of emotional people. There's a bunch of emotional people out there. And you know where they're... Actually, I will tell you exactly the statistic. You can Google it. I believe there is 1.5 million emotional men in America. They're all incarcerated. 1.5 million men. 1.5 million emotional men are incarcerated right now because of a decision. Because they didn't want to use these. They picked it up, and settled it that way for a couple of seconds. I want you guys to think about that. Look how many oh, dang. And look, oh man, I hate to even say this, dude. The Kobe Bryant effect happened. Someone else got injured and murdered. And I don't see, it's the Kobe Bryant effect. I don't even know who that guy is. I have no idea. I've been talking for 45 something minutes, and I totally forgot about that. Someone else lost their life. And I don't know who they are. I just don't, it's like, dang, could you imagine? All you wanted to do was just go and support your person who you believe in, your person that you share the same political views with. You want to vote for this guy, and we don't know if this guy lived around the corner. This guy took a flight. This guy drove an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to go support. And this guy lost his life instantly. Because you guys remember, Trump got grazed. And that bullet was traveling down, man, with a lot of force. Like, fortunately, man, dude, I hate to say it, man. Fortunately, that person does not know what happened. That person has no idea what happened. They were instantly gone, like in a matter of a millisecond. I think, I don't remember I don't remember the time. There's a time that it's calculated between the pulses in the electrical signals in your brain versus the pain, that tells you like, oh snap, from the time like, you pinch yourself. There's a time if you were to pinch yourself, there's a time that it takes your brain to say, ouch, that hurts. And this guy was just evaporated instantly. He has no idea what happened. He was counting, the guy was clapping, full attention on President Trump. He's looking at the former president, and that's it. And then his lights are off, man. So shout out to that guy, man. My condolences for, the gentleman. I think it was correct me guys if I'm wrong. But like, my condolences go out to that guy's family, and you guys have to think, if this guy traveled for, some hours, some 6 hours, we don't know if he has a family. We don't know anything. If he was by himself, no one knows. No one might have known until some hours later that, wait, what happened? What? All he did was, he said he was going to Pennsylvania for the weekend. What do you mean he's dead? People aren't thinking about this stuff, man. Like, this is real. This really happened. Thankfully only one person, was murdered. This was a crowd of people. And guys, again, this could have been a lot worse. We remember what happened in Boston. I don't know if a lot of you guys, I don't know how the age of the people that are listening right now, but man, this could have been real bad. Timothy, you guys remember, what's the dude name from Oklahoma City? Timothy McVeigh or McVeigh. Y'all remember that? I remember that when I was in elementary school. I think I was in elementary school and middle school. Man, that dude took out 100-something people. 100-something people at one time. You know what I'm saying? That was a crowd. That was a crowd of people, and we got those people are lucky, man. You literally just never know, man. And you know what's wild is, I was at the 4th of July parade. I went to the 4th of July parade in DC a couple weeks ago, and I'm in this crowd, and it's, Man, it's scary. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a little different now. When I was in the crowd, there were people. There was a caravan of people, and y'all like. I don't know if you guys ever been to DC, but DC is an incredible. It's an incredibly political city, and forgive me for getting the race of these people wrong. I know obviously they're Middle Eastern, but there was a caravan of Middle Eastern people, and they had on. You know, if you don't know about culture. You know, they had on their things and their, I don't know what they're called, hijabs or whatever, but they had all their gear on, hanging out the window, and they had like I don't know what it said, if it said Free Palestine or Jordan or something. I have no idea. I apologize. I do not know what's going on in the Middle East right now. But there were caravans of these guys in DC. And they're just driving along. And for all I know, they could have been peaceful. I have no idea. Everything was... I read English. I'm sorry. I only read English. I cannot read Arabic. And they were in front of me, right? But they were just driving around, man. And I don't know what their sign said. You know, it could have been a peaceful protest. I don't know. But if you guys have never been to D.C., like these... If you really think about this stuff, man, like these people are in crowds. Yeah, like, I know it was a protest, but like... I don't know what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have been saying anything, and you could have someone in a crowd, you know, who could, you know, you can build stuff. You can build explosives, man. You could Google this stuff. You can buy, what's it called? You know, there's what is it? There's this deal that you can buy for, I think it's like pulling up tree stumps. If you have really bad tree stumps in your yard, I think it's called tannerite. It's tannerite. I think that's what it is. But tannerite is highly explosive, and you could buy it. From what I know, you could buy it anywhere. There's videos of guys. There was a guy. He had a rifle, and he set up some tannerite and just doing stupid shit. And he had a rifle, and he walked up to the tannerite, and soon as he shot it, some shrapnel came off and ripped his leg off right there. It's on Google, dude. There was another one, dude. This guy had a refrigerator, set up a refrigerator that was like 100. It was something crazy, like 200 foot away. Shot at the refrigerator full of tannerite, and the refrigerator come flying at him at hundreds of miles an hour. Crazy, but. I'm saying that to say that, guys, you never know what's going on. Yeah, the Gaza thing. Yeah, there it is, tannerite. Yeah, the Gaza thing. Man, I think twice now, man, when I was in the crowd. And even when I went to go watch, I just wanted to take my son to go watch the fireworks in D.C. That's it. And it never occurred to me that I'm looking around and I'm in D.C. and I'm like, dude, there's literally thousands of people standing next to me right now. Thousands. Like, there's nothing you can do. If you're by yourself, that's a little different, but I got my son. Like, I don't know how good or bad my adrenaline is, but, you know, he's 107 pounds. How far am I going to be able to pick my son up and run in a crowd of people? Y'all, I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. Think about the movies. When you're watching movies and things happen, you're like, dang, that's crazy. There's just thousands of people running in chaos. If you are in that in real life, hey man, it's not gonna be what you listen. I'm telling you, it's like the movies. If you are by yourself in a crowd, you think that you're gonna say, hey, excuse me, I gotta run. Bro, people gonna be violent. Humans are gonna be violent. They gonna run your kid over. They gonna kick him out the way. I know I would. If I got my son with me, I'll probably throw somebody up for their bike, man. I don't know, man. Like, dude, I don't want to be in that situation. But like, that was real, man. That was chaos. That was chaos, man. And just, you know, the amount it's everyone for themselves. Like, it's really everyone for themselves if something like that were to go down. Like, man, people just don't think about that stuff, man. Like, it can really happen. Like, that, it can really happen. But man, just I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful for life, all the time, and man, I'm gonna continue watching this, and man, I'm invested now. It's like, dude, I can't believe the things that's happened, transpired within the last 24 hours with all this stuff, and man, it is just wild. Um, I don't know. I think it's in 2 days. I think in 2 days, Trump will be in Wisconsin, I believe, doing his campaign and everything. And yeah, man, guys, I usually don't do this type of live. This was something a little different, obviously, with what's going on. But if you guys are watching, yes, on this channel, it's everything blue collar, right? I guess you could say it's a little political, right? Everything's politics. Our jobs. I will talk about this real quick. Something that is a little different, that you guys might not know about is presidential elections matter in construction, especially major construction. It is a really big deal because, again, a lot of these large construction sites that have thousands of people, or let's say something that's ready and waiting to be built. It all depends on who gets. It all depends on who gets in office. Whether if a red gets in the office or a blue gets in the office. A lot of these projects are federally funded. You know what I'm saying? So that could be the difference of you living somewhere and you being able to have 4 years worth of work versus no work, right? This is a big. I know you guys aren't thinking about it, but this is a deal. This is something you got to think about. There's times where it's like, okay, there's no work right now, and you will notice between now and November, it is gonna be really shaky. Excuse me, it's gonna be really shaky with these jobs, especially the oil refineries. They don't know what type of budgets they're gonna have next year because they don't know who's gonna be in office. And it's not like, where you have President Biden right now, who's, 2 years ago, that he's gonna be in office for another 2 years, versus a presidential election that could be like, okay, if the blue gets in office, we know that this job is gonna get allocated, $2 million. Or if if the red is in office, they're gonna get $2 million. That's literally how it works. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using the numbers just for an example, right? But literally, you can have a federally funded job. What is there? There's a matter of fact, in my area in Hampton Roads, Virginia. I don't know if y'all saw. I don't know if it's the Navy or whatever, but they're getting ready to build a giant facility in Chesapeake, Virginia, that something to do with submarine lines, or I don't know. Long story short, short story long, they're getting ready to build a massive submarine plant in Chesapeake, Virginia. It's going to be millions of dollars, all that stuff. I don't know if it's privately funded or federally funded, but that is the difference between who gets in office, right? If you get someone, I'm just calling it like it is. Most of the times, the blue party is more, the liberals are more on the let's go green and, electric this, electric that. We want to stay green on the grid, and y'all know how they do or whatever. But let's say the blue gets in office, right? The blue isn't going to spend $1 gazillion to fix the oil refinery. They're just not going to do it. They're not going to drop $1 gazillion on a new construction for natural gas or whatever. They're just not going to do it. That's just not what they're into. You know what I'm saying? As towards the red, we all know it's a fact. We all know that the red is going to spend the money. They're going to spend the money on the oil. The red is all about putting the money back in the oil industry. As you guys see with our Keystone Pipeline, that is, oh my God, that is key. Drill, baby, drill. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw what happened with the Keystone Pipeline when the Blue got into office. I am just saying, y'all. Don't hate me in the comments. I'm just talking. When the Blue got into office, y'all saw what happened to the Keystone Pipeline. Welders, operators, laborers, electricians laid off overnight. Overnight, guys. The one resource that we have in this country is oil. And we need to take care of that. We need to throw as much money as possible. Whenever I'll tell you this, y'all. Whenever gas is astronomically high, I know it's unfortunate, but when gas is astronomically high, we are kicking ass. All right? You see that? You see that? I love oil and gas. Y'all, I know I'm just telling y'all like it is. When gas is high, us tradesmen, we booming. We working 7/12s, getting that money. Hey, when that Blue get in office, everybody go from 7/12s to 40 hours a week, man. Hey, if y'all don't believe me, just ask somebody, man. I'm just saying, man. But listen, I'm gonna start to do this on Wednesdays, and I got distracted, y'all. I am not a multitasker. That is terrible. It doesn't take much for me to get distracted. I'm going live again every Wednesday, guys, and on Sundays too. We're gonna shoot for Sundays at 6 o'clock. Sundays, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. We are always gonna be live on here. Like I said, I always have the link in the chat posted. If you guys have any last minute questions or anything y'all want to know, but I appreciate y'all checking out the channel. Shout out to all my subscribers and everything. I really appreciate y'all. I hope that you guys, you know what? Some of y'all, you got to turn your notifications on. Y'all got Apple phones, Androids. I don't know how to do it. I always hear people say it. I do not like to tell people to subscribe to my channel. I think that's like asking people for change. I don't like doing that, so I never say it. So I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, listening to my views on everything. And again, guys, we are very thankful that a man did not get killed. One did pass away. Shout out to his family. God bless his soul and everything. I really moment of silence for him. I really hate that someone had to lose their life and pass away from just trying to show their support with someone. So again, you guys, thank you. I appreciate it, and I got a few things that I gotta do, take care of. I'll give you guys one more spin. For anyone out there in the industrial sector, that spin was for y'all. Check you guys out. Have a beautiful Sunday night. I'm out.